Hello everybody, my name is Cassandra and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a super quick and easy Santa Fe pasta, I guess is what it is. I have some fresh salsa that I made a while ago that I just thawed out. I have some broth I made last year that really needs used up, some rotisserie chicken from my freezer, and spaghetti. So I'm going to get my chicken chopped up, my spaghetti cooking, get my salsa in the pan so we can start heating up with some broth and probably salt, because this is going to need some salt. And my nata cheese, because I don't have real cheese in my house. Would be really good with some like Colby Jack on top, but I'm just going to be making what I have, which is going to be a chicken Santa Fe pasta. So let's get going. Okay, so I got some salted water on the boil. I have a pan with a little bit of oil. I might need more oil later, but I'm just going to start with a couple tablespoons. I'm just going to throw my salsa, all its juices in here. Let it heat up a little bit. I really need to get this. I have one more jar. I don't know how much broth I'm going to need, but I guess I didn't need the oil, but it'll help the noodles not stick together, if nothing else. Probably could use more, but you know, it is what it is, really. I have my nice broth. I don't mind if I get some of the fat in this, because it's just going to be soaked up by the noodles. Just going to pop open right now. Oh, it is. I'm thinking somewhere around like that much of it. That should be probably way too much, but that's okay. I'm gonna get my noodles going, probably about halfway cooked, and then I'll throw them in here and let them finish. Well, I like my noodles really overcooked. If you like al dente, you want like halfway cooked and then throw it in the pot. I'm gonna cook them basically all the way, then throw them in, because I don't mind if they're mushy. And yeah, or if you're really into it, you could of course cook it in here, but that takes longer. So I'm going to let this all heat up. I have my chicken chopped up. There's quite a bit in that bag. Once this is heated up a little bit, and I decide if I want to throw more broth in it, I'll throw my chicken in. And get my noodles cooked, and that's it. Easy peasy. Alright, I probably added like half of my thing of spaghetti. And yes, I broke it in half. Why? Because I don't like long noodles. You do you, man. This is hot. I'm going to throw my chicken in. Because it's rotisserie chicken, I don't want to season it all with a lot of salt or anything until I know how much I'm getting off my chicken and my salsa. So I'm going to let this get warmed up, get my noodles going, and then we'll season it, throw it all together, let it sit for a little bit, and it'll be dinner. Easy peasy. If I had garlic bread, I'd do garlic bread, but I do have plain bread. I can just butter up some plain bread. I don't feel like making garlic bread. I don't think I have any French bread anyways. We're gonna let this all get going, season it, and eat. Hopefully this is gonna be good. It should be. I don't know, I've never actually made it. I've eaten it a lot, but this seems like the way to go. I would do a creamy sauce, but I can't really have like milk. It seems a little weird if I tried to do cornstarch without a lot of fat, so I'll be back when my noodles are done. Okay, well my noodles are almost done, and this is warm, but it's very bland because my broth is not seasoned at all. I just boiled the chicken in water. I'm going to get a bunch of salt because the noodles are going to make it go really bland. Some garlic powder. I don't really want to have any random flavors in here. I want the fresh tomato and everything to be the star of the show. A very plain pasta. Okay, I'll add more salt probably as I eat it, because it's a lot easier to gauge it that way. Like cook it, warm it back up for your next, and then add salt on top so you don't oversalt it. But as soon as my noodles are done, we'll mix it up, let it sit for a little bit, and see if I need more broth. I did add a little bit more olive oil in it though, just so the noodles don't stick. Alright, we got noodles cooked to my liking. We're going to get it all mixed in. Whoa. I don't know. Maybe it's too much. I don't know. It's like you can never get the right amount. Probably could have used a lot more salsa, but that's what I had thought out, what I had going. I'm probably gonna let this cook for another 5, maybe 10 minutes, just so some of the liquid can cook down. Kick the heat back up. It'll be time to go. You could throw a can of black beans in here if you want, or like a can of just diced tomatoes. Sounds pretty good. I might add black beans, but I'm not quite sure. I think I'm just gonna eat it as is once it cooks down some of the broth a bit. I don't know. If I had cheese, cheese is good in it. You can melt it on top. But my dairy-free cheese isn't good to melt and then warm up and then melt. Yeah, it's better off if I just add it on as I'm gonna eat it. Okay, so I'm gonna let this cook a little bit and I'll be back and let you see the finished product. Okay, so I let it simmer for about 5 minutes. See, some of the broth is gone, but there's still a little bit, which is good. That means it won't be super dry when I go to eat it next time. I just tried some. It is very good because, you know, the fresh salsa, pico, whatever you want to call it, has jalapenos in it and bell peppers and tomatoes and garlic and all that good stuff. And cooking it a little bit brings out all those flavors. It did need the salt that I added into it, and I might need more later once it sits. Or I might not. Maybe I oversalted it. Kind of my thing. I always oversalt everything. So I try it and I don't think it's enough, and then I regret it later. So it's just what life is. Anyone else do that? Like always, no matter what you do, it tastes bland, you add a tiny bit salt, and next thing you know, it's way too much. But sour cream would be good on this. Fresh cilantro, real cheese. I have my day of shreds still. Cheddar and mozzarella because that's what I found last time I was at the store. It'll melt in as I eat it. Garlic bread, tortilla chips, whatever you want to eat with it. And it is going to be just a nice just a very light meal. So if you want something warm, filling, and light, it's not going to be heavy on your stomach, this is the way to go. It's basically this broth and salsa and noodles, which you could always use gluten-free noodles or whatever you want. Anyways, I'm going to stop rambling and go have my dinner. So if you enjoy the video, toss me a like and subscribe. If not, I guess I'll catch you next time. Later.